one time I was in here and this guy came in and he was like an older gentleman, you know, and he looked around the store and we started talking and he was English and we had a good conversation and the more I talked to the guy, he knew a lot about Les Pauls. And one of the things he was fascinated with was this Frampton Les Paul reissue that we had just got. And honestly, I wasn't like super excited about the guitar, but it was a cool guitar. But I have like real 50s Les Paul, so it's not super exciting to me. So having a long conversation with the guy, and he's just really, really interested in that Frampton Les Paul. And we're talking about it, and the conversation keeps going back to that, and he knows a lot about it, and he's talking about how Gibson was making the guitar, and they, went through all the details to get it right, and I was like, well, I think a lot of this guitar is actually wrong from Frampton's guitar because it has, doesn't have 50s knobs, and the rings are cream, and there's a bunch of, guitar details that are wrong on this guitar from Frampton's. And he's like, no, this is the way he did, because Frampton changed all those parts in the 70s, and this conversation went on for about 15-20 minutes. And he was like really obsessed with this guitar. So I was like, if you really love that guitar, man, I'll give you a great deal on it. And he goes, well, what do you really think about them as opposed to like the older guitars? And I was like, well, it's an okay guitar, but it's nowhere like an old one. So I continued to kind of have a slight disagreement with this guy for about 15-20 minutes. And then he left, and I thought, man, that guy was really, he knew his stuff, So about 2 days later, 20th Century Guitar came, and it was Peter Frampton. And I had no idea it was Peter Frampton, because last time I saw Peter Frampton, he had long hair. So he had just moved to Cincinnati, and he came to the store, and I stood there and argued with him for about 20 minutes about whether or not his guitar was actually like his guitar.